This is Backdoor Boink, where we welcome every side of everyone. Please note, this is an 18-plus podcast. It's time to put in some earbuds if you don't want to answer awkward questions from your children, family, or friends. I'm Kayla, a certified relationship and intimacy coach.
And I'm MJ, and I brought the lube.
In this podcast, we explore the behind the scenes of a weekly wellness topic. Our goal is to help you feel good, be naughty. Thank you for checking out our After Dark, After Hours podcast. You can find more information, including our YouTube channel, social media accounts, events, Discord, and products at boinked.com. That's www.boink-ed.com. Now, let's get in that back door. Are you ready to do this?
No, I'm still drinking coffee. It's early. We're recording early.
We are. Look at us being prepared.
Not waiting till the last minute.
What? I work best under pressure.
We both do, but it's the editing part that...
takes forever.
Yeah.
All right, what are we talking about today?
I'm sexy and I know it.
Yeah, you are. We're going to talk about feelings.
Or am I?
Or are you? So, we're going to talk about feeling sexy. Are you tweaking your own nipples? I'm not even allowed to touch
I'm feeling
those.
Sexy.
Oh, okay. So, if I make you feel sexy, can I touch your nipples?
Maybe.
Maybe. So.
Gently, though.
Gently. Back onto topic.
Okay.
Feeling sexy.
What about it?
Well, let's start off with reasons that you might not feel sexy. And I want your view as a male.
It's the holiday season.
Okay, that can make you not feel sexy?
The amount of cookies and the amount of oversized meals. We all feel a little bit not so sexy this time of year.
Okay, so your diet.
Your diet, yeah.
Whether or not it's affecting you physically. So
right. It's a mental thing.
Right. So, yeah, for some people, eating all that food, they may gain weight. For some people, they feel like they've eaten a lot. Mm-hmm. And it's this concept of, oh my gosh, I'm such a pig or whatever it might be. You love making that pig noise.
It's because you smile. I
do. It makes me smile. Okay, so your diet can make you not feel sexy. Mm-hmm. Okay, also as a man presenting, what else makes you not feel sexy?
My receding hairline, the hair that sprouts up in places it never did before. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, keep going.
Again, we talked about maybe putting on a pound or two.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking the wrong person because you knew what I grew up with.
Yep.
So there is always in the back of your head those little comments, those little digs that somebody somewhere has made along the line.
I don't think that makes you the wrong person. I think we all carry those.
We do.
Baggage. Yeah, the baggage. Somebody said something once, even if they didn't intend it to be hurtful. In many cases they did. In some cases they didn't. But we carry that comment with us consciously or subconsciously.
Mm-hmm. And it rears its ugly head when you don't need it and or want it to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So can you think of a time... maybe when you were younger, what sort of things made you not feel sexy? Or did you have all that?
Oh, come on. I was roly-poly when I was younger.
You were. You were. Okay. So not measuring up to what you saw in magazines?
Yeah. I mean, it's true for guys, too. You know,
yeah.
we see those Ken doll models.
Hey, there is nothing to be jealous about for Ken doll because he ain't packing shit.
But no.
I know what you mean, though.
You know, the female presenting people have Barbie doll models to look up to. Whether...
not look up to, but yeah.
As children, that's how it's perceived. As younger, you know, whether as a masculine person or not, that's what I had. We didn't talk about it, but you see Ken and Barbie everywhere you go. I'm supposed to have a six-pack. I'm supposed to have a chiseled chest, broad shoulders. We're not all built that way. Okay. I'm barrel-chested. My legs are just as long as my torso.
Yeah, you are weirdly proportional legs to torso.
Yeah, my hair is receding, but my beard's coming in.
Ooh, I like the beard.
So sexiness is all in the eye of the beholder.
True.
It really is.
True. Before we delve into how to feel sexy, I want to discuss some things that feminine people might experience that make them...
Okay, now we're talking to the wrong person.
Oh, yeah, I'm done. My male ego is much larger than my feminine presenting appearance. But that being said, I did spend much of my life dealing with the perceptions of being feminine. I still do. Can't say much of my life. I am feminine presenting and I have some male tendencies. Okay. So, yeah, but I'm not necessarily girly is what you would call it.
You're not a girly girl. And I'm using air quotes for that.
Yes. Okay. So some things that can make feminine individuals feel not so sexy. Are you ready? My hair's not done. My hair's not been washed. I haven't shaved. I have cellulite, which is not actually a real thing. It's just your body aging. Anyway, I put on a few pounds. I haven't showered. Does something smell weird? My makeup's not done. I'm bloated. My hips don't look like that. My waist doesn't look like that. My boobs are too big. My boobs are too small. My boobs have dropped a bit. My vulva looks different than is shown in movies, porn, magazines, whatever. My asshole's the wrong color. I have zits. I have scars. I have stretch marks. I have depression. I have anxiety. I'm not worthy. Am I missing anything?
Shame.
Shame. Vulva shame, I said.
Shame.
What shame? Why are you shaming me?
Because, again, I'm going to march you down the street and...
naked and do the... yeah, shame. That sounds kinky.
But...
all of these things.
As a guy, as a masculine presenting person, that little meme pops into my head of the little Boy Scout. The wilderness must be explored. I can't remember what movie that is.
Up.
But as I think you're sexy, with or without the makeup, with or without this, or with or without that. I'm here.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate that you say those things. There's always going to be that little voice in the back of my mind. I'm sure you have one as well.
Yeah, we just went over that.
Are you just saying these things to comfort me? Are you being nice? Those sort of things. But that's not to say there aren't days where I feel sexy. I hope there are days where you feel sexy. And don't tell me you don't, because I've gotten the pictures and the videos, and some days you just feel sexy.
Quite honestly, whether or not those videos and or pictures may or may not exist, if they were taken and sent to you for you.
Right.
Not necessarily because I felt anything about them.
No, but you felt comfortable enough in yourself that day to do these things. Or comfortable enough in how I saw you to do these things. And so...
and sometimes I just do it to drop it in your messages to...
fuck with me and hopefully get some. Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
I'm always hoping to get some.
Yeah.
But, that's just me.
So the goal is, how do we have more days where you can feel this, where you can feel sexy? Because there is but there is an impact to not feeling sexy. You're avoiding sex. Mm-hmm. You're avoiding nudity. You're avoiding touch or even flirtation, which are all key aspects of a relationship.
You're not avoiding it with your partner. You're also avoiding it with yourself.
Exactly.
So even on those days that you want to stay in bed, you have to get out of bed.
Right. And when you're not feeling sexy, even if you do engage in these intimate acts with your partner,
you're not giving it your all, because that voice in the back of your head is still talking to you. You got to learn to shut that up.
Yeah. You're not in the moment. You're not enjoying your own pleasure. You may be, to a degree, going through the motions.
I hope it's not too prickly down there. I hope that
right.
we all have that.
Especially if we're talking about oral. Oh my gosh, you're not enjoying that as these voices are in the back of your head. You're stuck up in your head. So it is important to feel sexy when you're going into these intimate moments.
And that's both sides of the fence.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As much as my side of the fence won't openly admit that, it does happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, mental health and openness of masculine presenting people, another topic. But even if you're not in a relationship, these things are affecting you.
Yeah.
And it could be as far as affecting your confidence in going and facing the day, or your willingness to touch yourself.
It even affects your work performance.
Yeah. If you're not feeling that confidence, and this is why we do this sort of thing, because we are not just talking about sex here. We're not just talking about orgasms. These things all filter down into your daily life. This is your willingness to open up at work. This is your confidence in being able to approach someone at a store and ask a question. It can affect the smallest aspects of your day-to-day life or even the biggest aspects. And we're not just talking about that intimacy behind closed doors or in the privacy of your own home with yourself or with partner or partners. So that's, again, that's why we do this. But
is that why you put on the makeup every day?
I put on makeup before I leave the house.
You don't need to.
And some days I don't feel like I need to. Some days I feel more comfortable with my natural self than others. And that's okay. And I think that's probably going to be the first tip here, is that just because you don't feel that sexy one day, you don't have to let that drag you down the next. It's okay to acknowledge that, hey, I do feel bloated today, or something's just not jiving, and, it's okay.
It's okay to have a day.
It's okay to have a day.
It's also okay to have a day and stay in bed under the covers.
Mental health day.
Whatever you want to watch on TV, eating candy. Nobody cares.
But
have
it's
a day.
Very important not to make these a trend. If it's impacting you every day and you're really uncomfortable with yourself and it's impacting your daily life, absolutely. That's a cause for concern. But I'm not expecting everybody to feel sexy every day. I don't feel sexy every day.
I do. I'm sexy and I know it.
Yes, you are.
You told me so.
I told you so.
Now, whether I believe that or not, that's another story. But
I mean, performance anxiety, all of that, it all stems from... All right, so...
It does. It all stems from how do you feel about yourself at that particular moment.
Mm-hmm. We talked about, it's okay to have a day or two, being careful not to let this become a trend that drags you down. So what are some other things that you can do to feel sexy? What do you do as a masculine?
Well, as a masculine presenting person, just a shower to start with.
Yeah, I feel much sexier after a shower too.
I feel better. I feel like I've washed the grime off.
You sometimes shower twice a day.
Yeah.
You love a shower to make you feel, the running thing in the house is, I feel human now.
I do.
I feel less like an animal and more
coffee
human.
And give me my shower, and the day will be fine.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't leave the house without showering. Just makes me feel human.
That's your equivalent. Yep.
Go buy yourself a nice shirt.
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be expensive.
No.
Run down to the local blue store or red store and
grab
a new shirt off the shelf.
The thrift store, or
maybe a new pair of pants.
Yeah.
Do something for yourself.
Yes. I like that. I like that a lot. The days where you're feeling frumpy, the days where nothing in your closet is going to do the trick. Absolutely. A new shirt, a new cheap shirt, a new cheap pair of pants.
If it's early enough in the day, you can even order one online and have it delivered.
Yes, you can. I love that same day.
You don't even have to leave the house. Yeah.
That's a really good tip.
It's $20, give or take.
Maybe I can find shirts for 10 or 5 at the thrift store that I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is gorgeous and it's brand new.
I'm talking brand new, having delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to leave the house. I'm going to spend $20.
Okay.
Okay? It will make you feel better when you walk out, you get to work, you get to the store, and somebody compliments you on it.
Ooh, hey, nice shirt. Even if it's with a silly phrase. What does yours say? Today I don't feel like doing anything except my wife. I do her. Nice. Somebody's going to comment on that shirt.
Always do.
Oh. All right.
And I tell them, no, I don't know where I got it. My wife gave it to me.
I did.
You did.
I bought that for you for a Christmas gift last year or something. Yep. Yeah. We love the shirts on you that have the funny phrases. I don't wear things with sayings on them. It somehow makes me uncomfortable.
Well, what's yours say?
Oh, it's a PJ shirt. So I have a couple of them that I wear in the house. This one says, Huskies are my favorite people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just to prove that you do wear shirts with sayings on them.
In the privacy of my own home.
Right.
They're all PJ shirts. They're all lounge shirts. Another thing you can do to feel sexy. This is called, and I want to be very clear, I refer to this as the mirror exercise. Now, there are mirror exercises out there that are cult-related and unhealthy. That's not what I'm going
Bloody
for.
Mary?
No! Oh my gosh, I don't do that shit. I do not fuck. Candyman and Bloody Mary, they can stay locked in their fucking mirror ever. Not in this household.
So are you talking looking in a mirror and a little daily mantra or something along those lines?
A daily mantra is really good, but I'm actually talking about a longer exercise and something that still should be repeated, if not daily, a couple times a week. And that is looking in the mirror and looking at yourself, particularly the parts of your body that you might not be comfortable with. This is...
My face?
Okay, fine. Actually look at it. Not just getting up close and pulling that rogue hair, not just, popping that pimple or brushing your teeth, but actually looking at yourself.
I'm picturing that scene from Hook,
Oh.
where the little kid
Pulls back
Robin Williams' face.
There you are, Peter. Yeah, exactly. Really looking at yourself. There are times where I've gone weeks without actually looking at myself, and then you stop and you're like, oh shit, that's what I look like. That's what people see. And there's that moment where you're correlating that truth, that reality of what people see, and acknowledging it. Yes. Also, in particular, looking at parts of your body that you're not feeling the best about and actually looking at them and acknowledging what this part of your body has done for you and thanking it. It can be in your head, it can be out loud, whatever. For moms, this is going to be stretch marks. Oh, you bat wings? You're not comfortable with your bat wings?
No.
I have bat wings. Ready? Watch this. Jiggle, 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 right on the underside of the bicep. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Yeah, this is a normal part of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's a part of the body where you're like, I don't like the complexion of this. Acknowledging what that part of the body has done. Oh, the under chin? You don't like your under chin?
A lot of people don't.
Yeah. So one example of this could be stretch marks.
Right.
Acknowledging the stretch marks. This was a growth spurt. This was a growth for me as a child. This was, this comes from the years where I sprung up and everybody was like, oh my gosh, you're so much taller now.
But it came with consequences, so to speak.
Absolutely. And acknowledging the positives of that. So stretch marks from pregnancy. I grew another human being. Stretch marks from weight loss.
I have a few of those.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, these stretch marks are... No. I went through this extensive amount of time of watching my diet or exercising. As much as the perspective might be, these are part of my past. No, these are part of my progress. These are part of my commitment. It's a matter of perspective. So looking in the mirror and really acknowledging those and changing your perspective. Yeah, it's a mental exercise. It has to become a habit of how you look at these things. So get naked, get in front of a mirror. What else can you do to feel sexy? Tweak your nipples. Yep, that's your go-to. Okay. I mean, it's not something I do to feel sexy, but sure, have at. Touch yourself.
That's kind of where I was going.
Okay.
Little self-love. And I'm not talking, it doesn't have to be self-love, but a little self-love. Hug yourself. What the hell?
Yeah, nothing wrong with a nice self-hug. I do it.
I got a jacket for that for you.
I love my huggy jacket. Self-love.
Mm-hmm.
Masturbating. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But self-love, touching yourself, huge. Touch a part of your body that you know that makes you feel good and move on from there. Are you touching your butt? Are you rubbing you do have a nice butt.
That's what you tell me.
How did that make you feel?
I didn't think anything of it.
But you weren't thinking about the negative either.
No, I was rubbing my butt for you.
Yeah, I like the inside of my thigh. Just a nice brush up the inside of my thigh, and it sends signals to my body like, hey. And I feel that little zing. Okay, let's get up. Let's do something now. Put on the bedroom eyes, lean forward, and rub from the backside of your ear down your neck. Just make a sexy gesture. Even if there's nobody in the room to see it, that's going to make you feel a little sexier. And it might inspire you to get up, stretch, move around a little bit, go take that shower, go shave.
Get that ice cream on the way back to the couch.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You earned it.
You earned it. You're feeling good. Eat the ice cream. Fine. Whatever. But if you're feeling it, go ahead and masturbate. Because at that point, I think masturbation kind of unlocks this sense of pleasure without the performance anxiety. This is my body. We need to stop thinking of it as a performance and get into how it feels. Does that make sense? You're looking thoughtful.
I am. It makes sense to me, but you're also telling me to go masturbate.
Oh, yeah. You're the non-masturbator amongst us. But in general, I think it's a good tip, even for you, even though it's not your go-to thing.
No, it's not a go-to thing for me. Does it feel good? Sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
And do it without the phone, without, thinking of who might see this. Think about it as in, what do I feel when I touch this area of my body? How is this making me feel? Start exploring other areas. But even if we're not talking masturbation, let's go back to the day-to-day. You're not feeling sexy. We need to take sexiness out of this realm of visual and look at you as a person. How do you feel about you as a person? Because that can make you feel sexy.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, you are.
And that's how most people perceive me.
Yep.
Because that's the front I put up.
Yep.
And
but even that can be sexy.
It can be to certain people. I can't tell you how many people I've totally not been interested in, been attracted to it.
But you're embracing part of yourself, and
I'm owning it.
You're owning it, and that gives you a confidence that comes off as sexy. So
so I'm taking that confidence and I'm running with it.
So acknowledging and embracing parts of yourself, how you feel about yourself as a person, and owning those is huge.
It is. Take what you know. Own it.
Yep. That's like this...
And run with it.
It's what I'm seeing in movies. It's what I'm seeing in social events more and more, is people embracing the nerdy part of themselves or even the nervous parts of themselves.
Yeah. Not even at social events. I wouldn't consider, like, the tattoo convention a social event. I'm there for, whatever reason I'm there for. But I saw people running around in maids' outfits.
Yeah.
And one of them was adorable, by the way.
Yeah.
I actually stopped that person and said, "Where did you get this?"
Ooh.
You weren't there that day, so I have a link.
Okay.
But they were owning it, and they were an artist. They were a badass tattoo artist owning this cute little...
persona.
Frilly...
whatever it is.
Anime French maid outfit.
Yep.
Great. It gave them the confidence to be there that day, to do their job, whatever it was that they had to do.
Yeah.
And they had a spring in their step.
That right there, embracing the way you feel and putting that spring in your step. What you're exuding, the energy you're putting out into the world, fucking sexy. Even if that's you do. Even if you are putting on the embrace of I'm a hard ass, somebody's going to find that appealing. Me going out and doing some of the events, I'm frantic. And you know what? Instead of trying to hide it, I laugh with it. I run with it. Oh my gosh, I'm over here. Oh my gosh, I'm over there. And some people, I think what it is somebody finds something they can relate to.
You're being relatable, to everybody.
Because I'm being a real part of myself.
You're not trying to put on that stuffy TED Talk.
Yeah.
You are just rolling with the punches, being a real person. You're letting that personality that you bring out.
Being authentic.
We're being true to ourselves.
I think being authentic, even if it's just a part of yourself that you're acknowledging and bringing forward, that authenticity vibes. So I was saying nerdy people or nervous people, even people with social anxiety, if you acknowledge that and move forward with that authenticity, it's going to speak to someone and it's going to be attractive. That truth is attractive. The people that like fidget when they're talking or kind of sway back and forth or
tap their fingers together and look at their toes.
Yeah, exactly. The shy, embrace it as part of your truth as opposed to trying to mask it. That's sexy.
It is.
So focusing on how you feel as opposed to how you look and grabbing hold of that authenticity, I think is a super great tip to feeling good and thereby feeling sexy. Yeah. It's about feeling sexy, not being sexy.
If you feel sexy, you are sexy.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. You may not be the culturally, I'm doing air quotes here, the culturally, socially image of sexy that you have been taught.
Back to Barbie and Ken.
Back to Barbie and Ken. We're never going to be Barbie or Ken, but we can still be sexy.
Yep.
I like that.
But then again, who wants to be Barbie and Ken?
I don't want to be Barbie and Ken.
She was screwing around with G.I. Joe behind Ken's back.
You think so?
I know so.
Oh, okay.
Did you cover everything?
I think so.
You wanted to cover?
I think so. I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Take that shower, shave, buy yourself something that makes you feel good, embrace that authenticity.
If makeup's your thing, try something different. You're always messing with your eyeliner.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Washes off if you don't like it.
Yep. Dye your fucking hair.
Go
hair.
down to the store and get some temporary dye even.
Yeah, whatever. Put in some little hair-colored clippy extensions.
I did my beard purple the other week.
Yep, that was fun. It was temporary.
Put it in just because it was in the shower. I'm like, hey, what's this do?
Made you smile.
Made you smile.
It did. Absolutely.
Made the kid laugh.
One little compliment, something new. New pair of earrings, something a little different.
Doesn't have to be expensive.
Piece.
Doesn't have to cost anything.
No. Local buy nothing groups.
Like you said, that mirror.
Yep.
You already own one.
Yeah. I really encourage people to do that mirror thing. And if you are a vulva owner / vulva voyager, look at your private bits. I mean, get a mirror and fucking look at them. I can't
remember the movie, but I remember the scene clear as a bell.
What scene?
Where they're all sitting around looking at themselves in mirrors.
Oh, that was that was a thing that, what'd you say, the hippie down the road, they used to do. Yeah. Women empowerment. Sit around, spread your legs, grab a mirror, and look, because we don't have that perspective. You can stand in front of a mirror, and that shit be dangling right out front.
Yeah, but I'm only seeing it from the top.
If you're looking in a mirror, you're looking at it straight on. You can lift it, look at the balls, fine. I mean, it's the equivalent of, can you tell me what your anus looks like? No.
No, I'd need a mirror for that.
Exactly. But now we're talking about the intimate part that people associate with sex and health and all of that. I can't look down and really see it.
No.
I see my outer labia. For some people, they see some of their inner labia. But labia majora and labia minora. Sorry. There we go.
Ooh, technical terms.
Technical terms. But I can't fucking see that. I remember the first time I held up a mirror and I was like, wait, what?
Holy shit.
I've been walking around with that for 16 years? Oh shit. All right, that's what they're seeing? I see you sticking your tongue out over there. Seriously, get familiar with it. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful.
And they're all different.
Yes. Okay.
Don't let somebody tell you.
It's not.
It's not right because it doesn't match theirs.
I have a really good tip.
I do too.
Just the tip. A lot of the shame for vulva owners and penis partners, I think, comes from the mainstream of what these parts of our body are supposed to look like. Start looking at different material.
I think it starts in the locker room. I
don't know that still happens nowadays. I never saw anyone in the locker room actually get fully naked. But that's body shame. That's, No. Have you ever heard of the wall of vulvas or the wall of vaginas?
Yes.
If you have not looked it up, to the people listening, you need to. It's fucking amazing. I did not realize as a vulva owner how different they all could be. And there's a wall of penises too.
There is.
Had no idea.
And I think there's like 20 different versions.
Oh no, there's different versions of the wall.
Of the wall.
And the wall itself, each version has, 50 or more. It's absolutely amazing. And I mean, I've had multiple partners throughout my life. Mm-hmm. I don't see a benefit usually in sharing the number, whether it's small or high. It's not about that.
It's not about the notches in the bed.
No, but I've seen it at least intimately 10 to 12 different penises in my life. And even looking at this wall, I was like, wow. Some of them curve to the side. Some of them curve up. Some of them have a, larger head and a thinner shaft. They're so fucking different. And the vulvas, I can't even describe in words how different they are. So they're all beautiful. I totally recommend looking this up. And I totally recommend looking in depth at areas of your body, but particularly your genitalia, and embracing it. It's fucking beautiful.
You can't tell your partner what you like and what you don't like if you don't know what you like and what you don't like.
Yep, whether that's touching or looking at it.
Yep.
Okay, I think that covers ways to feel sexy. I know, Kayla, don't sing. Why do you get to sing?
I don't sing.
You did the sexy and I know it.
That's not singing.
I
don't sing.
You dropped your voice.
I may have dropped my voice, but I wasn't singing.
Fine. All right.
Because I can't sing anymore.
Anymore?
Anymore.
Why anymore?
Because I don't.
Oh, okay.
Out of practice.
Aha. Okay. Are you ready? We need a naughty limerick.
Childhood trauma,
Oh, yeah. Should
we give them homework?
Ooh. Well, I gave them the mirror exercise. What do you got?
We need to try something for science. Something new, something different.
Okay. Homework from MJ. I am intrigued.
Drop us an email. What do you want us to try?
Wait.
I'm curious.
Wait.
Doesn't mean we're going to try it, but I'm curious.
We're inviting them to tell us to try something?
Yeah.
Does it have to be on topic? Something to make us feel sexy? Or are we just saying, is there something that you're curious about that we should try and report back? Oh my gosh. I wish these people could see my face right now. Because
hey, you threw me totally off guard with the last episode.
Wow.
So this is payback. This is your punishment for the last episode. What can we try?
For science.
For science.
For you.
Me and you.
This could be really eye-opening, or it could be
really good, or it could be really bad.
Oh my gosh.
Contact at boink-ed.com. Subject for science.
Oh
I'm
my
curious.
Gosh. They can also just leave a comment on this episode.
I'll never see it.
I will. I get alerts or a voice message. Okay. All right.
And if it works out, maybe we'll do it once in a while.
Oh, I mean, here's the thing about for science. You can't just try it once.
No.
At least twice. Gotta try it at least twice. And we have the right to say no. So it doesn't matter how crazy the idea is. We have the right to say no. So put it out there. Oh my God.
I'm curious. I'm curious at what
too.
Our listeners are interested in.
That we need to report back on firsthand experience.
Yeah. And it'll be our perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. All right.
Are you on board?
I'm game. Let's do this shit. Okay. I think that about covers it.
Okay. Good night, folks.
No. Naughty limerick first. You thought I would forget.
I was hoping.
Ah, nice try.
Remember, these are Reddit.
And we're recording during the day. You can't say goodnight.
Well, we can't.
Okay.
Because that's what we do.
Okay, fine. Limerick.
There once was a lady from Wheeling who claimed she had no sexual feeling till a cynic named Boris simply licked her clitoris and she had to be scraped off the ceiling.
I like that one. That one touches a part of me deep inside.
I'll touch a part of you deep inside.
Okay. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you as always, and it sounds like we're open to trying things for science for your firsthand experience. So be sure to message us, comment, all the things. We'll be back next week, and we've got interviews lined up. So in the meantime, stay you, stay beautiful, feel good, be naughty. Good night.
For science.
Thanks again for listening to this podcast. I started Boink in 2022 with the goal to create a safe environment and culture for all genders and sexual orientations, to learn about and embrace every part of themselves and one another. We offer workshops, events, and various inclusive products, along with consultations to make sure we take a holistic approach to enhancing individuals' sexual satisfaction with themselves or their partners. I believe that when you accept yourself and your partner on the most intimate of levels, it filters out into your daily life. The World Health Organization recognizes this, saying sexual health is fundamental to the overall health and well-being of individuals, couples, and families, and to the social and economic development of communities and countries. So as long as you'll have us, Boink will be here. Kink-affirming, gender-blurring, sex-fulfilling. And you can find any of our details at www.boink-ed.com.